Hey guys, yeah, it's Saturday morning, the 13th of February, the eve before Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day weekend, and it is basically 9:13 in the morning, and I'm just coming back from Burger King. I walked there to get me and my mom some breakfast. Basically, Burger King right now, out of the two major chains that are here, Taco Bell and them, are the only ones that have yet to open their diner. At least for people to walk in and get some breakfast and all that. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is kind of a follow-up. You see, yesterday during my Topics on My Mind live stream, which again I do apologize for some of the distortion in it because there was some kind of interference. Basically, long story short, somebody from AT&T was working on these here, well, not these specifically, but these power lines, and I think that may have caused a little bit of interference. Again, I'm not saying that's the reasoning or that's what really happened, but still I do apologize for the distortion. Now, I also did a follow-up as well, kind of a makeup video early last night before my mom got home, kind of talking about the fact that the movie was heading to Netflix instead of theaters in September. Now, one thing I brought up in both times that I talked about it was whether or not this was kind of signaling or hinting at the fact that the movie is kind of like the first step. Basically, if the movie was like the catalyst for the potential of the fact that the G5 series, which takes place in the same world and somewhat continuity as G4, Friendship is Magic, of whether or not it was going to be Netflix bound. That basically, since Netflix has the distributing rights for the movie, of whether or not this is a sign of the fact that the series itself could be heading to Netflix as well. And and that is a very good question to wonder. And I brought up when I talked about it, and I kind of stick by this a little bit, with all the rumors and everything going around about it, with the character being like an activist, the things about diversity and acceptance and things like that, inclusion, and all that. It would make sense that perhaps going to Netflix would allow them to have a little bit more wiggle room, if you will, a little bit more freedom to explore these topics without having to worry about any kind of censorship or criticism or anything like that. I mean, when they brought in Derpy originally, that got them into a little bit of trouble, just the way she was depicted. So what did they do? They had to change her name to Muffins and give her the gimmick of, she likes to eat and sell muffins. And, even though she still looked the same, they had to change her name to kind of reflect that. So there's no doubt that MLP, is known for getting themselves into controversial situations, even if they don't intend to. So again, it makes you really think and wonder, could this be a sign? Could this be a sign that the series will also be Netflix bound? I mean, I'm not saying it will be. I mean, for all we know, it could end up on Hulu. That's what season 9 of Friendship is Magic is. But like I said also in the video, in both videos, I think, I believe, or both times I talked about it, I have this feeling that, season 9 will slowly migrate over to Netflix from Hulu, just in time to help, promote the release of the movie and potentially the series coming to the service if that does happen. Now, the series could, end up on Discovery Family, just like Friendship is Magic did, and as well as Pony Life. But again, it really makes you wonder, or whether or not this is a sign of things to come. I mean, we know Netflix is the main streaming distributor of the series. You know, anytime a season or half a season has been completed, it gets released onto Netflix after, you know, after a while. So again, it makes you wonder if perhaps this could be a sign of things to come, or, you know, this is just the way of saying that, hey, it's going to air possibly on a regular over-the-air network, and, you know, it'll just end up going here to Netflix when it's all said and done. We don't know. But again, it does make you wonder. And like I said, it does provide, in a sense, a little bit more breathing room, a little bit more wiggle room, if you will, for them to explore a lot of other options, explore other avenues, if you will, of, you know, what potentially they could do with the series. Especially if one of the goals that I heard is for them to aim it at an older audience, you know, an older demographic, if you will. And especially if part of that plan to do so is to have the characters kind of be more modernized and tackle more modern themes and stuff like that, like diversity, inclusion, activism, stuff like that. So it's just really something to think about and speculate. And I'm sure someone like Dr. Wolf is going to talk about this and probably wonder, you know, could this be a sign? Because, you know, he's going to talk about Netflix getting the movie or getting the rights to the movie. And then, of course, you'll probably ponder whether or not this is also a sign of the fact that the series itself could end up on Netflix. You know, we don't know. You know, it's you know, like I said, it's something to really, you know, really think about in the long run. But, you know, maybe I'm just grasping for straws, and maybe they'll stay on Discovery Family. Who knows? But what do you guys think? Do you think, you know, with Netflix getting the rights to the movie, that, you know, this potentially means that the series that comes after it is also going to be Netflix bound exclusively? Or do you think it'll just, you know, be a sign that, like the movie, or like the previous series, Friendship is Magic, that it'll end up basically, you know, on another channel like Discovery Family, and then after a season or so is done, it'll go straight to Netflix for binge watching by fans in the future? Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, because again, it's something really intriguing to think about. It's something to really think about, of potentially what this means. Again, it could just mean they got the rights to the movie and the series is going to end up on Discovery Family, but, you know, who knows? You know, we'll have to see what, you know, what they announce in the next coming weeks at this event that they got coming up. So again, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the live chat during this premiere, and that's all I'm gonna say. So till next time, God bless, take care, have a safe Saturday, and I am out.